Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 212th Clone Trooper from the Vintage Collection. This guy is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. So here it is. Pretty standard for the Vintage Collection. I really like the vintage style card. It has a nice picture of the trooper here on the front. And then on the back, it's got a brief description of the character rather than, the figure rather than the character. If you'd like to read that, of course, you can just pause the video. And then down here at the bottom, it shows all of the other figures that were released in this wave. Now, before we go into the review of this figure, I will say that I don't like the body that it's on with the removable helmet and the ball hinged or ball joint hips. Or no, ball hinged rather. If you can find this figure here that's shown, I recommend that one. Or any of the releases that's on this body with the swivel hips, I think look much better. But we'll review it nevertheless. So let's go ahead and take a look at it here. Now this figure stands at 4 inches tall. So he's right in scale with all of your other Star Wars action figures. And he does have a removable helmet, like I mentioned. It's made of a nice soft rubber. Now, unfortunately, it's pretty big. It's not like horribly out of scale, but it's not my favorite. And also, it's kind of yellowed. It's not showing up on camera, but in person, there's a distinct color difference between the helmet and the body, which I have never liked. Anytime they do these soft rubber helmets on the clones, they always kind of turn out that wrong color. So that's one of the reasons why I suggest tracking down the other one with the non-removable helmet. Now his next accessory is this blaster rifle here. Mine has become horribly warped from being stored in a box for years, but this is the nice version of the blaster rifle, the thin, detailed version, which I really like. There's no paintwork or anything on it, but it does look nice. And then of course he does come with the standard clone blaster here. Same sculpt that we've seen a million times. Very detailed, nicely done, fits in his hands, so no complaints there. As far as the figure's articulation goes, underneath the helmet, he's got a ball peg here in the neck with a nice range of motion. Ball hinge shoulders that do swivel 360. Again, no complaints there. Hinged elbows with the swivel. Nice range there. Swivel wrists. Then he's got what feels like it's probably a hinge with a swivel at the top or a double ball peg. Hard to say without tearing the figure apart. Then, as I mentioned before, he's got ball hinge hips, which I don't really like that much. I would just prefer a swivel personally, because these ones don't really work that well. So, personally, just prefer the swivel. Then he's got hinged knees with a swivel, and then hinged ankles with a swivel. Now this one here has a black hinge here. I wish they would have gone with white or maybe orange. Not a huge deal, but something I would have liked to have seen. So overall, I don't personally recommend this clone trooper. I would recommend trying to track down another version, especially with how expensive the 212 clone troopers have become on the secondary market. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.